Hi Virgo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of August 2021. Thank you so much for joining me as I forgot to turn to the right page. Bear with me. And let's see here. I do want to remind you in the moment to go ahead and like the video. Do go ahead down below and leave me a comment about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis if you feel guided to. And don't forget to, of course, subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. But when meditating your energy overall for the reading, more importantly, the message that came through is more than enough but not satisfied. More than enough but not satisfied. So let's get started. We're going to pull a simple 6-card spread from the Light Seers Tarot deck. As I do the initial shuffling, let's keep in mind general monthly money and career read for the sign of Virgo. So due to it being general, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. But whatever placements it ends up working out for you in your chart all do apply. If you're here to hear about a Virgo, be a little bit snoopy, you're more than welcome to join. And make sure to check out your other placements within your chart for more messages. But I also want to remind you and inform you, or remind you or inform you, that I'm doing personal readings, accepting requests at this time for which. So all you have to do is head down to the description box where you'll find the options, pricing, and my email. So just reach out and I'll get that started for you. All right? So let's get started. For our lovely calm Virgos, for their money and career for August 2021. If you don't want those, bear with me. Virgo, thank you, Spirit. Money and career for August. Thank you, Spirit. For a Virgo, money and career for August. Things feeling a little bit stuck at times, and then it just kind of happens when you least expect it. That's the vibe I'm getting. So 3 just flew out, and we will keep shuffling for the second half. For the second half of August 2021, money and career. Okay. Oh, bear with me as I'm just being guided on the order. And we're going to pull the last and final card right from the top of the deck. 5 of Cups at the bottom, as well as the 3 of Swords. You might be feeling a little bit heartbroken or emotional due to past decisions, potentially involving your finances, or feeling as if it's really hard not to focus on the past in general, whether it's financial choices you made that you're not so proud of once again, or a job that didn't work out, or you sort of struggling in one way, shape, or form within the categories of money and career. And Spirit reminding you, as I just see an orb fly out, to stay present, to bring it back to the present moment when you find yourself drifting or sort of feeling overly emotional in one way, shape, or form, and allowing yourself to remember that you're going through a bit of healing, and that might have a lot to do with you sort of feeling like the overall message says not satisfied to a certain extent. All right, so we're beginning the 6-card spread with the Ace of Cups. I'm hearing abundance flows in. You start the month off feeling pretty good. And if you're not, to a certain extent, it's as if Spirit in the universe is trying to remind you that things are panning out, they're working out. It feels like you receive these forms of abundance, but for whatever reason, you're just not 100% satisfied. It just feels like you desire a better job, or more pay, or a better environment, or different energies to surround yourself with when you're working. Some of you feel as if your business is making a lot of progress, getting it off the ground, or clientele is flowing in, but then it's just like, but I'm not where I want to be yet. I feel like I could be doing a lot better at this point, right? Feeling as if some of you just feel like people don't get you in the work environment you're wrapped up in, or feeling like the offers for jobs coming in just aren't what you would like, isn't the perfect job for you, the perfect career option. And Spirit's saying, don't settle. You might find yourself feeling very spiritually connected to begin the month of August as abundance continues to just trickle in different forms, and you allowing yourself to be picky with this and that as you, for whatever reason, once again, just feel super unsatisfied. And we're moving on to the Empress. Making your way to the middle of the first half of the month, excuse me. It's time to start anew is what I'm hearing. A lot of Virgos getting ready, prepping to start a new job or feel sort of at ease in a very kind of, I want to say disappointed way, giving birth to a new project, hobby, side hustle, feeling as if, again, it's just really hard not to feel emotional or focus on past situations or disappointments. And Spirit saying that you need to kind of keep things positive and optimistic, as you don't want to rub people the wrong way in certain meetings or situations, but you also don't want to manifest the negative or the past popping back up in one way, shape, or form. I need to remember that the world is sort of in your hands at this time, even if it doesn't feel like it fully. It's time to do you, and it feels like a lot of opinions, a lot of criticism could be flowing in at this time, which might have a lot to do with that level of emotion, or you sort of feeling it's inclined, or it's easy to kind of drift back to the past at times. And so you needing to let things go in one ear and out the other at times, but also just brush right off your shoulder, right? In both ways, you know, the criticism, the maybe at times the negative judgments coming in, whether or not you feel you deserve them, but also just brush off your shoulder, give yourself more credit, be proud of all you've achieved up until this point and all that you're about to begin. It's time to fly towards what you deserve and accept that things haven't panned out perfectly up until this point, but you're given a chance to kind of do it right this time around. Feeling like, again, a lot of you starting a new job, a side hustle, or just beginning fresh in one way, shape, or form within your career. Or just a way to bring in more money, some of which is a passive income option. Nice. 10 of Wands. As you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month, things feel a bit bland, a bit depleted, right? You feeling like you don't have a lot left to give, or you simply just feel like you have a lot of work to accomplish, feeling like it's a hefty load on your plate. It's time for you to realize that your perspective does change things a lot. You finding yourself, again, drifting to the past or focusing on the negatives or the lack of this or that, or just how your situation isn't perfect, it at times leaves you feeling this lack of color or feeling as if you're on your journey alone. And at times you just need to kind of pick that beautiful Virgo chin back up, you know, look around and see what life has to offer you, or simply see what really is in front of you at this time. Realizing that everything isn't going to be perfect moving forward. But again, I feel like wrapping up the first half of the month, more abundance will flow in to kind of adjust your perspective to help you see what's actually transpiring, as it feels like a lot of clientele are still flowing in for your business, or simply new forms of money. For some of you, seeing spurts of income flow in here and there. It's a long journey, but you're making it longer and heavier by focusing on the negatives, kind of drifting to a pessimistic way of being. I need to remember that you've got it going on. You have a lot to offer, whatever career option you decide to pursue moving forward, or whatever you're starting fresh with, and to allow for things to stay optimistic as you make your way to begin the second half of the month, where we have the Two of Cups. Oh, I'm hearing you begin the second half of the month, and a lot of Virgos are meeting somebody new within their career. For some of you, it's that new job you're starting. It could be a new love option, which is beautiful. But for some of you, this is just a business connection, somebody who could benefit you in one way, shape, or form, give you a bit of an advancement towards, you know, where you're looking to be within your career. You know, for some of you, it's somebody kind of giving you giving you some clues or pushing you in the right direction towards a career opportunity. For others of you, it's more so somebody giving you the chance to prove yourself within your current career option and choice, and allowing for this connection to take you to new levels of success. Allowing for yourself to realize the difference between the end of the first half and the second half, the huge difference in how colorful things feel, and how at times when you are able to focus on certain successes coming to be, rather than focusing on the lack of which, the big difference it makes. And for some of you, it's a matter of you recognizing that how much value you put on your success that comes out of your career, and how comfortable you feel financially, right? And how much it strips away when you don't feel satisfied with both categories. But being aligned with the Ace of Cups, it's to be this first chunk of the second half of the month where again you're feeling more abundant, feeling like your cup's overflowing, and it's like, but then there's just something that isn't, feeling like you still have something that's lacking, whether it's again you just want more pay, more money, or you haven't gotten to where you want to be within your career choice at this time, whether it's your business project, hobby, or just again job. And allowing yourself to remember that you deserve all the abundance flowing in, and to keep things positive and optimistic once again as you start to achieve more and more throughout the second half of the month. And we're moving on to the King of Cups. For some of you, feeling a bit defeated as you make your way towards the middle of the second half of the month, but then there's this sense of you sort of being at ease with how things are transpiring. You just kind of taking it is what it is sort of approach, if that makes sense. A lot of you just kind of closing your eyes at times, as you can see in the imagery, and allowing yourself to be at peace with the past decisions that you've been sort of regretting from time to time, and sort of how things didn't pan out exactly how you thought they should have. Allowing for yourself to replenish your batteries, implement more forms of self-care around this middle of the second half of the month to bring back that glow, realizing that once again, the vibes you're giving off, the glow or lack of which definitely affects the level of abundance flowing in, or you maintaining that level of abundance given you're coming from a pretty successful part of the month. And truly remembering that your mindset affects what you manifest, whether it's the negative, the positive, success or no success. And being aligned with the Empress, it's you sort of just taking a less stressed sort of approach to any new beginnings taking place for you within the month, especially obviously within your career. Again, feeling like a lot of you are starting a new job or a project or business, and just remembering that this is going to help you, because if you think back to it, a lot of the times when you were to start something new, or you wanted to achieve a new level of success within your career or your finances, when you stressed over it, overly stressed over it way too much, or cared too much about the end result, it didn't pan out the way you wanted to, right? It didn't really, you didn't get the results that you desired, or not quick enough. And so you'll find that as you take care of yourself more, as you glow differently, as you sort of take a more relaxed kind of, let's call it a Virgo approach, right? Let's be honest, you'll still be very analytical up in your mind, as you might kind of stumble on your words here or there, but you'll find that your approach at this point in the month, again, the middle of the second half, is on point, as things just come easily to you and you don't feel as stressed as you were before. And I want to say, just in comparison to the first half of the month in general. And we're moving on to the Six of Cups. You'll find yourself you might feel a little bit emotional, a little leftover emotion kind of being pushed to the surface so you can get it out of the way. But you'll find yourself very drawn to water within the second half of the month in general. And Spirit saying, follow that guidance, that push, that pull, and allow yourself to wrap yourself up in water, immerse yourself. It'll cleanse your energy, help you feel calm and at ease, and wash away all of the leftover stress that's maybe still within you. The Six of Cups to finish up the spread. And as you make your way to wrap up the second half of the month and the month in general, you find yourself being a bit nostalgic, but Spirit's proud of you, looking down, looking in, and seeing you doing it in a more positive light. It's going to work out is what I'm hearing, and a lot of you sort of finding once again that your new kind of relaxed approach, or bringing back that relaxed approach, I should say, for a lot of you, it leaves you more optimistic, right? Feeling as if it's easier to, even when you drift to the past or think about this and that when it comes to your financial choices, your career options, you're not regretting as much. You're more so, again, saying, it is what it is. I'm not perfect. I learn and grow from my mistakes, and all of it wasn't negative, right? And so you finding it easier to focus on the good times and the ups and downs, and looking at it as almost kind of a joke at times, and it's okay. You know, we all experience the ups and downs of our career and make certain mistakes financially, but you finishing up the month feeling that much more positive and at ease once again, and needing to and being pushed to by spirit in the universe as you wrap up the month to compare how you're feeling at the end, right? Or in this last chunk, if you will, how there's more color and you're staying more optimistic even when you're drifting to the past, and allowing yourself to again put your hands up and be like, it is what it is. And comparing that to the times when things feel a bit more bleak and when there's a lack of color, and to remember that that made it a lot heavier, a lot harder to achieve what you need to, and to remember that even though at times you don't feel fully satisfied, you have plenty, you have enough. All right, Virgo. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time. Sending you love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Virgo.